Welcome to R2DA Sip 5. As you can see, this is a new concept for my new series. I mean, it's not new, but for a new chapter of the series. As you can see now, I'm a person. I'm not just like pixels. I'm an actual person, and this means that I won't be using a script. Well, I have a script right here, but I'm not gonna be reading it. So this is gonna be really complicated, and it's something that I'm definitely not used to doing. So, anyways, enjoy this train wreck. Meanwhile, I stutter every single time I try to pick up something to talk about. So yeah, enjoy. So a lot of stuff has been implemented, and I haven't reviewed it yet. So I think I should do the job of reviewing it. Now, fun fact, this script was written 2 months ago, but there hasn't been an update ever since, so it's still up to date. And yeah, well, let's start with the first points. China Lake. Now, the China Lake is a weapon that I actually like. It's kind of controversial, but I like it. At least I like it, okay? I don't care if you like it or not. Like, you can just not like it. You can protest all you want, but I like it. It's a new spin to the R2DA gameplay, as usually. Most primaries are composed of bullets, and seeing explosives as a primary, it's new, it's different. The China Lake, it works like a shotgun, except instead of shooting a peasant's bullets, use explosives, so it's automatically better and more fun to use, because screw it, who doesn't like explosives? But it seems kind of powerful in concept. Well, I don't think it really is. For survival, this thing is useless. Like, what are you gonna do? Just kill 9 zombies and then run out of bullets and just die? Yeah, it's not the most reliable for most situations, which is okay. Every weapon needs its drawback. Now, why are people complaining then? Well, it's because this is no longer a survival game. It's all about farming. If you're wrapped around an ammo station and you're just constantly shooting, then there's no drawback, and that's a problem. But that's a problem that has always been in game. Like, even before the China Lake, RPG spam, M249 spam, it's always spammy. So I don't see why suddenly there's this instant realization from people that realize that the game is broken. It's not the China Lake's fault, it's just the game has always been broken. Now, after this, 2 new maps were added to R2DA. I really like them both. I'm gonna keep this for my 2020 maps rank video, which, by the way, I'm still working on the 2019 maps rank one. Actually, I'm not working on it. I haven't done anything on it, but I still want to do it. Dang it. So yeah, just stay tuned. Maybe one day I'll run out of ideas and I'll start working on that. After that, the Beekeeper armor was added in this update. It's finally a way to silence those who complain about the Beekeeper, which, yeah, I guess it's justified. Honestly, I don't think I've ever used this armor, because with Prestige HP and all the gingerbreads that I farmed from Christmas update, I don't think I need it. But I do have one complaint, even though I've never used it. I hate how there's no visual difference between the Beekeeper and the Swarmer. It's the same thing. It's like, just make one blue and make one red. I don't know. Even like simple video games like Halo have sorted this thing out. Just have the same thing and just like invert the colors. And finally, the biggest part of the update, the Skull Guard. Now, this is even more controversial than the China Lake, and despite that, I still like the Skull Guard. Please don't kill me. You see, I play R2DA because I like a challenge. I like to be chased by a giant threat and have to improvise a solution. Over the last couple of months, there's been an unlikable amount of spawn camping, which is awful. I hate it. It's not intense, it's not entertaining, it's not hard, it's just boring. The Skull Guard was a solution to this, but unfortunately I don't think it was the right solution, at the time at least. In farming servers, the Skull Guard was completely useless, cause I mean there's like 30 people there, and you're just gonna shoot the Skull Guard anyways, and it's just gonna die as quicker than the Easter boss or whatever. And in small maps, it just completely breaks the map. Like, I think PR should have at least like made it so that Skull Guards can't spawn in those maps, because now you can't play maps like Fox River Prison, which is absurd, because it's a map. You can't just completely just cross out an entire map. No, that's bad. And the challenge that was supposed to be offered by the Skull Guard is just simply not there, because it just gets obliterated really quickly. Honestly, the only time the Skull Guard really worked was in like default servers where there's not a lot of spawn camping. People are just playing the game and everyone's spread out. Yeah, it works flawlessly. Like you're actually scared that there's a Skull Guard and you actually have to do something and find a way to defeat it. It's the game is no longer spoon feeding you, which is great. I like challenges. But most of the time, it's just annoying. Alright, next update. What is this update? 1.4.3. This update was a small one. I actually don't remember anything about this update. Let me read a little bit about it. Oh yeah, they added a new camera system, which I completely forgot about. Now, the new camera system, it's nice. It doesn't improve anything in the gameplay, but it looks nice. I guess it can like be impressive sometimes. And they also added a new gun game. I hate it, cause like what I like about gun game is that it was quick. You just died, respawned, you killed someone, and you're just on an endless killing rampage. But now, if you die, you just have to wait. You have to wait like what, 10 seconds to respawn? Yeah, that's annoying. I don't like that. They also added Coconut Split Stadium in this update, which I really don't like. All the areas in the inside are basically useless because it's really dark and it's just absurd. Meanwhile, on the outside, you're basically forced in this little square, which it looks nice, it's pretty, but I mean, it doesn't have a lot of variety in this gameplay because it's so small. And yeah, I think I really don't like this map. And I haven't even spoken about the campaign. The campaign is so forgettable. It feels like a rescue mission. You just like put the jerry cans in and then a helicopter comes. It plays exactly like a rescue mission. I was expecting a little bit more. Alright, next update. Update 1.4.4. Okay. Yeah. In here, they removed 2 perfectly good maps and put them in green light. For some reason. I actually like the 2 maps. Like District 11 too. I don't know. That one had like... It was like one of my favorite maps. It had so many locations. And I know there was the problem with the boat where people would just camp in the boat and would like slow down the gameplay. But like, why not just remove the boat? Like, I talked to the creator of the map and he was like, yeah, just remove the boat. I don't like the boat. And yeah, why remove the Summer Wonderland? Like, I know it's not summer anymore, but I mean, it was a like 3-year-old map. What? Well, why are you removing maps? I thought variety was good. Alright, after this, a bunch of intros were added to the game, which I really don't like. I'm impatient. I'm playing the game to like quickly get to stuff, and I just want to like jump around and like shoot stuff. But like these little animations, they make you like wait for like 5 seconds to start. I know it's minuscule, but like imagine doing that every single time you play the game. And I get impatient. I try to like get ahead of myself, ahead of the animations by like moving meanwhile they're playing, but that doesn't end well. Oh yeah, they also added a Chrono skin, which I honestly really don't care. Like, I mean, the most important thing about this update were the zombie buffs. Oh shoot. Now, the most important things about this update were the zombie buffs. The Brute was buffed, which makes it more useful in close range, and it can actually kill people now, and it's not completely useless. But it's still kind of useless sometimes. Like, I mean, you're not gonna do anything in a full server full of camping. What I want the Brute to be is a powerful zombie that once you see it spawn, you're just gonna go like, oh shoot, I better run. But that's not what it is. That's the Skull Guard's job now, which it originally was supposed to be the Brute's job, but I guess not anymore. Like, you go from like Brute to Charge Brute and then the Skull Guard, and as soon as you add like a more powerful zombie, the other one just gets eliminated, but then they all get eliminated by powerful weapons, and it's honestly just a mess. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is gonna be so hard to edit. Honestly, it just shows that PR no longer wants the Brute to be the most powerful zombie. It's just it's just another normal zombie. It's nothing unique anymore, but whatever. The ticker is still rather useless, because now when you ticker rush, instead of exploding, you push the people away from the explosion. That way they survive. So yeah, I mean the little like 4.4 seconds, they're pretty useful, and I've actually gotten a lot of ticker kills recently, but I still want my ticker back. Other zombies were changed, which the changes were appreciated, but they're just they're kind of forgettable. Like, you realize them the first day, but like after a while you even forget what was changed. It's just the new norm, which is fine. It's fine. I like the zombie changes. Thank you, PR. All right, update 1.4.5. The dead. Okay, I hate saying this. The dead development center. Just call it development center. Whatever. It's hard. It's hard to say. Like. So the development center was another way for PR to make zombie gameplay better. And I guess it did that, but at the same time it screwed up all the beginners, because a beginner will struggle with a 25-8 damage dwelling zombie. It takes 4 hits for you to die as a rank 0 with like no armor, which I think is absurd. Plus the C4 leaper, it just literally one-shots you. Like, even if you dodge it, even if you shoot it in midair, if you're around the radius, you're just gonna die. Like, come on, PR. I know you're trying to make the zombies more powerful, but you gotta draw a line somewhere. I know I complained about the development center on Twitter, which I apologize. That was a completely stupid point. It was just my analysis paralysis taking over. But yeah, I like it. It's not as complicated as I said it would be. It's just a bunch of buttons, and it makes zombie gameplay more fun and more satisfying, which is good. Alright, that's it. I have 3 paragraphs left about my opinion on the current state of the game, but yeah, I can't just read them, so I'm just gonna make stuff up as I go. X out. So anyways, the current state of the game is pretty slow. The game hasn't been updated in 2 years, and the servers, they suck. But in its core, the game is still fun. If I go into a good server and I start just doing what you do in R2DA, running around, being chased by zombies, it's still fun. I still like the game. I just think PR should really improve the zombies, even though that's what he's been doing for like the past, like, I don't know, 4 updates. You see, survivors have gotten so powerful that zombies are now like a second option. I mean, they've always been, but like, I think playing as a zombie should be just as fun as playing as a survivor, which I know is like kind of an impossible goal, but that's something that we should strive to achieve for this game. Something else I think the game should improve on is beginners. Like, as I said, development centers very clearly screws them over, because some of the zombies are just really powerful. A suggestion is to add prestige servers. Now, in the prestige servers, you can always have the hard, intense zombie gameplay, and even harder zombie experience, and give an incentive for people to play, like more cash or more XP. There was this really great suggestion on the wiki about this, but it was linked by it was made by a very sketchy person, so I'm not gonna link it. But yeah, it's I want prestige servers. Alright, so post-production update. I was editing the video and I realized I didn't really make a point on why I want prestige servers, so I'm gonna make a point right now. You see, PR has been struggling to keep a balance of the game for beginners and high ranks, because if he makes the game fun for high ranks, he makes it too hard for beginners. If he makes the game too easy for beginners, he makes the game boring for high ranks. And this has been something that PR has been struggling with, and I think a simple solution would be prestige servers. Now, prestige servers would feature all the hard gameplay, all the things we like about R2DA that make the game fun, without screwing up the beginners. For example, you can limit stuff like stupid things that beginners will struggle with, like C4 leapers and 26 damage zombies and even skull champions. You can keep stuff like that in prestige servers and even make them harder to make the game more fun and make it less stale. So that's my idea for why I think we should add prestige servers. Alright, final suggestion, I think. I want the game to add a map randomizer. Now, this is going to be probably the most controversial thing I say in this entire video. But basically what a map randomizer will do is just eliminate the vote map system and replace it with like a random map system, or like a vote map, except it's only like 3 maps. The reason why I want this implemented is because the game is very repetitive. People tend to vote the same maps over and over again since they're the most effective. And there's so many great maps, but only 3 of them are being played. Now, I don't think this is gonna be worth it due to the backlash, since, you know, the vote system has always been the same since R2DR. I almost said R2DR, R2D. And yeah, just completely changing everything, that's gonna be very hard to do. But it's just an idea I had in my mind. Like, now I understand why most games have a limited vote system, or they just don't let you vote a map in a lobby. It's because people tend to vote the same maps over and over again. It can ruin the gameplay for a lot of people. But yeah, that's just an idea. And yeah, I guess that's it. Those are all my thoughts. The game has a lot of flaws. It's kind of dying, but hey, the new developer is here, and yeah, it's a new stage. And honestly, I'm still having fun with the game. Of course, I haven't been playing it a lot, but like once in a while, if I find a good server, I have fun. Anyways, that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. What is it that people say whenever they say you subscribe, I guess? I mean, I don't really do that, but hey, just tell me what you think about this new way of R2DA Sip. I think it's more fun for me since it lets me express myself and sound less like a robot. Because, yeah, scripted stuff is scripted and it's not natural, but this is always harder for me, so yeah, I'll see how this goes. Anyways, see you all like in 6 months when I decide to upload again. Who knows?
Hugo Pro R2DA gameplay.